Hey guys, welcome to your final week. We are at week 12 and this week's intention is called Samadhi. So S-A-M-A-D-H-I. In Sanskrit, this pretty much just represents a meditative absorption state. So think of bliss, really, and that's what I'm going to bring for you today. So you'll see I've got my mat set up differently. I want you guys to set it up the same. So the short edge of your mat is going to be right up against the wall there, and you know, if you don't have much space, that's fine. You could literally use a door. We don't need a wide space here, just a little bit along the wall. Make sure you've got a little bit of arm room out to the sides, and that's it. So grab what you need. Let's get on our mat and get into a blissful, relaxing practice. Just wanted to mention as well that I am currently 25 weeks pregnant, so I won't be lying on my back for the full length of time. So what I'll actually do is probably freeze frame the video, so I'll be paused basically, but still talking to you, okay? So I won't be lying on my back for as long as you guys, for you guys again to get to enjoy this practice, okay? So enjoy, and I will see you on the mat, seated as we always do. Let's get into it. Okay guys, we're going to start in this seated position. So I'd love you to find yourself with your legs in any way you like, hands resting on the knees. Feel free to find a mudra if you'd like to find a mudra. Closing off the eyes. Finding an inhale to sit up nice and tall, lengthening each vertebrae. As you exhale, drop the shoulders, tuck the chin slightly. Maintaining that big, beautiful breath in through the nose for 5 counts. And out through the nose for 5 counts with that gentle sigh of ujjayi breath. Continue that breath. Be mindful of every little movement. Notice the hands, the knees, notice anything that feels a little imbalanced today. This could be physically, mentally, emotionally. Take one more big, beautiful breath here. Beautiful. Let's take that nice big spinal twist. So when you're ready, release any mudras that you might be holding. Take an inhale, reach nice and high. Exhale, twist to your right side first. Exhaling through that twist and holding it there. Remembering to maintain that ujjayi breath. And let's inhale, unwind, take a big high reach. Exhale to the other side. Staying fully focused on this present moment. Physical body. Drop the shoulders down. Keep turning through the neck. Breathing right into the belly, your diaphragm. There's lots to think about right in this very moment. Ignore any distractions. Let's take one more breath here. When you're ready to inhale, take it back, reach the arms nice and high. Excuse me. Lean over to your right side first, so plant that right palm off to the side, reach on over. As far as the body goes comfortably, getting that nice deep side stretch. Let's inhale, rise and reach both hands high. Exhale to the other side. One more breath here. Inhale to rise nice and tall. Bring the hands down through center with the exhale. Take a moment. And feel free to gently open your eyes. We're going to take a nice little neck stretch here now. So remain exactly as you are, but if you need to, feel free to change your seating position. So with your right hand, I'd love you to inhale it up and place it on top of your head. Bring it right over to that opposite side ear. And we're going to start to tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder without shrugging. So drop the shoulders down, keep your posture long. It's just your neck tilting off to the side. If you want to deepen this pose, bring your left fingertips off to the side of the mat and hold there. Really nice release through the side of the neck. Keep in mind you're not tucking your chin, you're still got your chin facing straight out. It's just a side tilt. Not sure if you can hear that or not. This just started pouring with rain. Wow. Oh, goodness. I'm acknowledging that I'm getting distracted by that distracting sound of rain. But I'm not holding any attachment to it. I'm not angry about it. I'm not frustrated or anything like that. I'm just aware. Let's now tilt your chin down towards your armpit. So I want you to just release the hands and then tilt your chin like you're trying to smell your armpit. Maybe don't take a big breath if you haven't showered today, but feel free to just adjust the hand, place it back on the back of your head then, keeping the posture long. If it's too intense, just bring that hand back to your knee, that's your left hand. Otherwise, keep it reaching out to the side, just little spider fingers. Your posture's still long and tall. Minimal effort here, just enough to keep a good posture. And this time you should feel it a lot more through the back of the neck. Take one more breath here. Release that pose, bring the hands back to the knees and gently, ever so gently, just roll the neck out. Lots is going on right now. Lots of nerves running through the neck and spine. You can feel a little tender straight up. but you'll feel wonderful very soon, or now. Let's swap sides. So inhale, bring your left hand up on top of the head, and exhale, tilt that ear towards the shoulder. So keep the chin straight out in front, not changing that angle, just sideways movement. If you want to intensify, remember you can reach your right fingertips out to the side. Continue to drop the shoulders down and hold the pose. I'm definitely feeling tighter on this side, so also noticing yourself, what side you might feel a little tighter on. Maybe it's something that's been triggered this week, or perhaps it's a past injury. Left-handed and right-handed plays a big role in this too. If your back is getting a little sore from this seated pose, which it can well do, you can always lean back against the wall here as well. Drop the shoulders down to keep the posture tall. We're going to then turn our chin down towards that armpit, so release the hand gently, look down to that armpit, adjust the hand to the back of the head a little more, and continue to gently pull it down. Keep that chin looking right down to the armpit, not letting it point out down in front of you to the chest too much. Off to the side, think 45-degree angle. So we're getting right into the back of the neck and maybe still slightly to the side of the neck here. Just a few more moments here. And we're going to release that pose then, bring both hands back to the lap and very gently roll out the neck the opposite direction, any direction really. So much freer, just notice that freedom. It's a great one to do, especially if you're a desk or office worker of some sort, morning and night or one or the other. Wonderful. All right. We're going to flip it over to tabletop, so feel free to face away from the wall for now. We're going to bring the feet right up against the wall or nearabouts, coming into puppy pose. So with your hands, reach them right out to the top of your mat. Start to look down, keep the hips high, droop the chest nice and low. So you can rest your forehead down here. Keep the elbows lifted off the mat, remember. If you're quite flexible and you've got a lot of space in the chest and shoulders, lean down with the chest even further and rest your chin rather. If you're halfway between, maybe just come back to the forehead for now. With a little bit of time, you may be able to come into that deeper pose. So it may look like my elbows are resting right now, but they're actually still straight. It's just the depth of my upper back curve here. Now, because I can go a little deeper, what I'll do is actually come onto my spider fingers, but please only do that if you're already easily resting your forehead or chin to the mat. So coming back down, if you're on spidey fingers, forehead or chin. Let's take some time here. It's really nice. You might even like to just hover your head and sway your rib cage from side to side. I love this little space here. Gets right into the lats, which is the side of the arm here, attaching the arm to the side of the ribs and the back. Just do what feels right for your body. Find your bliss. Taking just a couple more breaths here. And ground through the palms, lift the chest up, bring the hands back towards you. Come into child's pose. So you guys are going to bring your knees together, sit back on those heels, and you're going to bring the knuckles to face down, and I want you to roll yourself down into a cute little child's pose. So what that means is you're going to start by sitting up tall, inhale, tall posture, then start to roll every vertebrae down. So tucking the chin, rounding through the shoulders. Keep your knees together. I'm going to go wide kneeling. Keep the arms where they are. Just start to round down until your forehead gets to the mat. Now, if you can't quite rest your head down there, stack your hands in fists or flat hands. If you can reach, you're going to keep your arms by your sides here. So rest your forehead down. Remember, your knees are together. And I want you to really let those elbows hang. So rest them wherever you need to be supported here. You might feel a little tight in the back or the hips or the knees here. Take some time to let yourself really sink into it. Gravity is going to help you a lot here. Remember, let go of any shoulder tension, make any movements to just notice that first. And as you exhale, let it all go. Remain exactly where you are for some stillness and silence. Remembering that our intention is called Samadhi. And what that means is that meditative absorption. So what we can do even in these poses, because they're long and slow, we can find or start to find that already. So I'm going to leave you in some silence here, and I want you to think of nothing but this now moment, this present moment. Notice your body. Maybe doing a little body scan. And let your thoughts drift into a sense of nothingness, an empty mind. And this is quite hard to achieve, but see how you go. Scanning over the body until your thoughts get lost in nothing. Just a few more moments now. Take one more breath here. Good. We're going to lift the head. Roll ourselves back up into that kneeling position. So use your hands however needed. Roll it all the way back up. Take your time. Let all of the blood rush back to the heart. Roll the shoulders down and back. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to come onto our backs now onto the mat, and we're going to pop our feet up on the wall. So what I want you to do is have your bum about 1 to 2 feet away, so 30 to 60 centimeters away. We can always shimmy closer as needed. Okay, so let's come on down. So you can simply just hop off your mat and then lie onto your side and roll yourself up, and ta-da, we're there. So bring the feet onto the wall, and we pretty much want a 90-degree angle to start off with here. So center yourself on the mat. Feet are just hip width apart right now. Hands may be resting to the belly or by your sides. Just take a moment there. If the wall is cold, then maybe pop some socks on. Hopefully you've got clean feet if you've got a white wall. Good. Center yourself, connect, get grounded. We're going to then cross our right ankle over the left knee. So you may need to shift further away from the wall here. See how you go. So bring that right foot up, place it on the knee, keep the foot flexed, and start to point your right knee away from you. So first of all, right hand to the right knee, you might be able to just push it away. Left hand can still come by your side or on your belly, and hold that there. So this is modification 1, nice and gentle. If you want to take it further without having to push that knee away, feel free to release the hand or hands by your sides. If you don't feel much here, you need to shimmy your hips closer to the mat. So what I would do is either pop your feet on the wall, use your shoulders to shimmy yourself there, or you can roll off to the side and make your way a little closer. So little goes a long way, so don't go too close to the wall. Bring that right foot, you can manually help it up and over if you need it, and then place it back on top of the knee. So keep the foot flexed, and you need to have the hips resting on the ground here. So notice you're really trying to plant your tailbone down, not just rest, but really drop the tailbone down to the mat. So holding a little bit of effort here, not fully relaxing. I always need a little bit of effort. I don't offer restorative classes where you can just fully do nothing. We need a lot of props for that kind of practice. So keep in mind where you're at. Neck is long, shoulder blades are tucked behind you. If needed, you can always bring that right hand to the right knee. And just let yourself sink into this pose. So over time, you'll be able to get closer and closer to the wall here. And you can shimmy your way there throughout this time. Don't wait for me to give you those cues, okay? I'm going to go a little closer to the wall again. Just make sure that your hips stay square here too, so we don't want to tilt the hips off to the side at all. Keep the tailbone grounded. We're going to stay here for 1 more minute, guys. Relax as much as you can with minimal effort. Keep that right foot slightly flexing though. Shoulders relaxed. breath, finding as much space as you can. And we're going to release that foot gently. So if you need to, lift the hips into a bit of a bridge, uncross the legs, lower yourself down. So remember, one side may be tighter than the other, so please make sure that you shimmy maybe a little bit away from the wall again and just see where you're at. So let's go to the other side, left ankle over the right. Remember, keep the foot flexed here. There's no pointing or relaxing the ankle. We need to keep that ankle safe. And starting wherever you need to. So maybe just pushing that left hand against the left knee. Keep the hips square though, don't let them sink off to the side. Now I did shimmy away a little bit, so I'm going to go a little bit closer to the wall. Remember, hips need to stay grounded, so make sure that you're really trying to plant your tailbone down, not just your back, but your tailbone. And let's hold here. We've got about 2 minutes all up to go on this side now. I'd love you to stay exactly where you are, but baby is telling me to hop off of my back right now, so all I'm going to do is roll off to the side, but I'd love you to remain exactly where you are. One more minute here. Taking one more big breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Remember to gently ease your way back out, so maybe lift into that little bit of a hip bridge, uncross the legs and bring your knees into your chest. Whether it's close or wide with the knees, totally up to you. Take a moment here, and then we're going to bring the feet back onto the wall. So from here we're going to come into a lying butterfly pose. So what that means is roll the knees out, bring the soles of the feet together. I'm going to slide the feet down the wall, so bring them nice and low. Now I'm quite a distance away from the wall right now. You probably are too. So what we're going to do to reset is just roll off to the side. This is the easiest way. Bring your hips a bit closer and then roll it back. And just see how that is. So hips nice and low. You can gently push your hands against the knees, or you can just rest the hands to the belly or over the head and squeeze your glutes to make a little bit of that effort and stretch rise. So take any modifications right now that you need to, and enjoying that nice stretch through the inner thighs here. Settle in, get comfortable. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes. enjoy the stillness and silence. Relax the shoulders, tuck the shoulder blades behind you, make sure that you're comfortable. If needed, you can actually chuck a blanket straight on you, maybe wrap it around your feet, so forth. Place your arms wherever you feel supported here. One more breath in this beautiful pose. Hopefully you've found some space. If your arms are over your head, just bring them back to your belly. And gently bring your knees back together as well. So they will be quite close to your chest. Take a moment there. And we're going to come into a spinal twist from here with a bit of a pigeon pose. So shimmy yourself just a little bit further away from the wall. Bring your feet back to that tabletop position, like so. And then we're going to cross your right ankle back over the left knee where we did that pigeon pose before, or our lying figure 4 pose. So what we want to do is bring your left foot down, or actually walk it across the wall to your left side, okay? So both arms can come out by your sides if you've got the space. And then gently walk your foot, use your tummy muscles all the way down if you can. So we've got our foot resting against the wall on maybe the skirts or door frame, depending where you're at. And this right knee is potentially coming in towards you. We actually want to gently push it away with the left hand, okay? So rather than letting it fall in, or if you need to just leave it there, that's fine. But if you want the depth of it, just push that knee away. So with your right arm, bring it out wide if you can, and look over to that right side. I'm going to hold this here. A little bit of effort with that left hand, just pushing it away, pushing that knee towards the ceiling also. Foot is grounding to the mat. Taking just a few more moments here. Nice stretch for that right glute and hip area once again, a little bit differently this time. Nice little spinal twist as well. Okay, we're going to brace the tummy and we're going to uncross that right leg first if you like, and then walk our way back to center. So we're going to swap sides, meet back in the middle, left ankle over that right knee. Start to already use your glutes or maybe the hand to push that knee away. And we're going to bring both arms out to the sides a bit. Walk your way down, however safe and comfortable, with the right foot low off to the side, and then our left foot grounding to the mat. So maybe pushing that left knee away with the right hand, looking over to that left arm that's out by your side. So lots of lefts and rights here. Just think twisting your lower body over to the right, left foot should be grounding to the floor, and hold that there. remembering that you come into this pose as deep as you desire. Taking one more breath now. Gently, maybe uncrossing that left leg and bringing our feet back up towards the center. So we're going to come into the very last pose here now, which is legs up the wall. So what I'd recommend you do is actually roll off to any side. So I'm going to come off to my left side. I'm going to bring my hips right up against the wall. So bring yours up right up against the wall as well. Bum to wall, literally. And then come back down. So use your tummy, roll it up, and now your whole lower body should be against the wall there. So bum should be touching against maybe the skirting or the door or whatever you've got there. Legs are straight. Just give the toes a flex towards you for a moment. And just relax them a little bit. Now if you find that your knees bend quite a lot, that's okay. Maybe just bring the hips a little further away from the wall though. If you can keep them mostly straight, lovely. So with the arms, we're actually going to bring them over the head to start off with. If you get tired of this, feel free to bring your hands to rest at your belly or by your sides. So let's take a nice big breath in and out. Just relaxing the knees a little bit here. Letting go of any extra effort that's not needed. We're starting to relax. The hamstrings might feel a little tight here. We haven't stretched them out today. This pose itself will be doing a little bit of stretching. So this pose is called legs up the wall. It's really restorative, bringing down all the blood from the feet, bringing it all the way back to the heart. And when we do eventually come out of this pose, you're going to have a big boost of fresh oxygenated blood to the feet, really boosting the circulation there through the lower body. It's very nourishing. For now though, take a big breath and relax even further. If at any time you feel like you need a break from this pose, I encourage you just to bend the knees, keep the feet on the wall, and come into a bit of a knees to chest pose. If that's still feeling too much or you're feeling faint at all, maybe just bring yourself off to the side and rest in the fetal position there. However, if you feel comfortable too, we're going to stay here for the full length of our meditation. So make sure that you're going to be comfortable. Maybe bring a blanket over your feet and drape it down your legs over your chest. Socks, anything necessary like that. However, if you know that you've had enough in this pose and you want to come into a meditation pose such as Shavasana on our back, or in a seated pose against the wall, feel free to join me there. So by all means, you've got three options to stay here, come into a usual Shavasana pose, or into a seated pose. So taking a moment, make any adjustments needed, And I'll meet you back in this pose. So pause if you need to. Get yourself organized. I'd love you to take a nice big breath in through the nose and sigh out. In through the nose and release. One more like that, the biggest breath yet. And release it. Make sure that you are fully comfortable here now without needing to make any adjustments for the remainder of this time. We have a nice long meditation now to help really guide you into that Samadhi state of mind and being. So we're going to find as much blissful emptiness as possible. I want you to encourage that intention, affirming to yourself, I allow myself to relax. I allow myself to let go of all effort, all worry, and all stress. Physical, mental, or emotional. Notice any physical tension remaining as we scan through the body. And as we do this body scan and this meditation, take note that you might actually drift off into a state of Samadhi. And that's the point where you were listening to my voice and then you find that you stopped listening. And somewhere along the line, there was a little bit of nothingness happening. And that is exactly what we're looking for. So I strongly encourage you to tune into my voice to start off with. And any time you feel yourself just effortlessly drifting, allow that to happen. Don't think of it, don't have any expectation, just be in this moment. Take a big breath, let go of all expectation, and just relax and enjoy. Excuse me. Noticing your head and where it rests, how heavy or light. Allow it to feel heavy, resting with gravity as its force. Notice your eyebrows and relax them. Make any movements necessary if needed. If you feel relaxed already, I encourage you to not bring any movements in. Notice your third eye in between those eyebrows. I'd like you to open that third eye. Visualize it open and remaining open. Notice the jaw now, whether your lips are together or parted. And if they are together, I need you to take another breath in through the nose. Release the lips and out through the mouth. Leave them parted now. As much as you want to close them, relax. The jaw and teeth then should be potentially parted, dropping down and back. The neck is long and free. Shoulders are heavy and resting. Your arms start to feel like jelly. And they don't want to be moved. Your fingers, depending where they are naturally relaxed and curling as they do in that relaxed state. Your arms are completely relaxed. Notice your chest is open. Your belly is relaxed. If it's not relaxed, take a breath and allow it to soften. Let go of all effort. Notice your hips and your lower back, gently supported in this pose you're in. Allow them to feel heavy and grounded. Feel yourself connected to Mother Earth. Let go of all stress and effort. Allow your legs to feel completely heavy, completely at rest. Feet and toes relaxed and rested. Noticing that beautiful, familiar sound of the singing bowl. Notice if your thoughts and ears drifted from my voice throughout that meditation. What was the last thing you think you heard? Or maybe you heard the whole lot. And both are perfectly fine. It takes practice and potentially a lifetime to really receive and achieve this Samadhi, this pure nothingness. I want you to notice any sensations washing through your body, coolness or warmth, any tingliness, any forms of energy throughout. Taking a bigger breath in and letting it go. I'd love you to notice where your fingers are. Start to wriggle them around. Notice the toes, and begin to wriggle them as well. Depending what pose you're in will depend on the next few moments or movements. If your arms are over your head, feel free to gently bring them back. However, if you'd like to take a reach overhead, feel free to do that in whatever pose you're in that feels comfortable to. If you're lying down on your back, gently slide the feet down and hug the knees into the chest. If you're seated, feel free to stay there. If you're lying on your back, I encourage you to gently walk your way into a fetal position on any side. Take a moment there. And we'll gently all meet in a seated position. Feel free to keep yourselves wrapped up if it's a little chilly, or lean against the wall if you'd like to. We're going to grab our essential oil, okay? So reach over for that. I have some tea tree again. So feel free to grab that oil, roll a little bit on. So when you're ready, rub the hands together. And let's take our 3 big breaths. When you're ready, breathe it in. Exhale it out. Remembering to drop the shoulders with every exhale, and every inhale, sit up tall. Go again. Breathe in. Let it go. One more big breath. And release it. With your prayer pose then, bring your thumbs and rest them up at your third eye. With my thumbs at my third eye, my thoughts are pure and clear. With my thumbs to my lips, my speech is pure and clear. And with my thumbs to my chest, my heart is pure and clear. Taking a moment of gratitude now for whatever it is that you're grateful for today. I'm so grateful for you to be here on this journey with me. I hope you're really enjoying this program. We have one more bonus video to come. I look forward to sharing it with you. Thank you so much. Namaste. Well, I hope you guys found some bliss in there. Yeah, that is pretty much like the nicest way to come into Samadhi. So slow, relaxing practice really helps you just wind it down. You can tell I'm feeling really chilled. It's a natural high. And yes, I hope you feel wonderful.